I really want to get you guys over your aversion to the word manipulation today. Why? Well, I had this really interesting interaction with a guy on Facebook yesterday. He was commenting on a video that I made advertising my new course, The Passive Dread Blueprint. He was saying how he could see how my course would work, but he didn't want to do it on his wife because of manipulation. Well, if you mean effective, then sure, manipulation. Hi, my name is Paul Bauer, and if you are new to the channel, I help men level up and get better with women. And the funny thing about doing that is it tends to make us better men in all areas of our lives. Now, before we get into this, let's look at why some of you guys have an aversion to the word manipulation. Even if it could save your marriage, a lot of you guys have a deep-seated paradigm when it comes to words like manipulation. You guys also have a deep-seated paradigm about your role in a relationship and how to treat women. Most of you guys have a happy wife, happy life paradigm. You guys also have the belief that it's okay to live a life of quiet desperation. I used to think the same way. Back when I was married years ago, I was married for 14 years, and I never would have quit that marriage, but I was in a dead bedroom situation for the last part of it. We would go months without sex, but I was resolved to be miserable for the rest of my life because I thought that's just how life was. And why did I think that? Because of my paradigm around relationships. What's a paradigm? A paradigm is nothing more than a series of habits that have been programmed into your subconscious mind that you act on without any conscious thought. It's the reason why we get the results that we get in our lives. So let me break this down a little bit easier. This stick figure represents you as a baby. As you can see, this bottom portion of the head, this is your subconscious mind. And when you're a young kid, you're basically a walking subconscious mind for a number of years. I don't know if you can read that okay, but at some point in your life, you develop this little dotted line here. That's basically your ego protection layer. It's a psychic barrier that protects what's stored in your subconscious mind. On the top here, it's hard to see that, but that's the letter C. That represents your conscious mind. So at some point in your life, you get a little bit older and you start developing conscious thought. We also have these senses. We have taste, touch, smell, sight, hearing. All that feeds into our conscious mind. Now, what's really cool is that with our conscious mind, we have the power to think any kind of thought we want to think. But what do we tend to think? We think thoughts that are in harmony with our paradigm. Well, here's the rub. Our actions cause reactions, and those reactions cause our results in life. And where do our actions come from? Our actions come from our thoughts. So where do our actions come from? Well, they come from our thoughts. And 95% of our thoughts are habit-based. They're based on paradigms that have been programmed into us since we were kids. So a lot of your actions that you're taking, especially in relationships, you're doing it without any conscious thought, and that's causing reactions with your wife, and those reactions are causing your results. If you think about it, all of our paradigms when it comes to relationship came from our parents mostly. None of us went to school to learn how to be better in relationships. Some of us had to go through hell and high water and actually hit rock bottom before we learned some of this stuff. But that's why I'm a pretty goddamn good coach, is because I've been where you've been and I've come out better on the other side after I've taken the time to learn why my relationships had failed and what I was doing wrong, because I was the common denominator. But we learn our relationship habits from our parents. We learn it from society, from rom-coms. We learn it from churches and stuff like that. And a lot of those lessons that we get from those sources are ineffective. Just look at some of the relationship books that are out there. Look at the love languages. What a popular book series when it comes to relationships. But there's studies that have been done that shows that love languages have done nothing to save relationships. They have no bearing when it comes to fixing relationships. Now, love languages are nice to do in the beginning as long as you do them throughout the whole entire relationship. I mean, all 5 love languages are kind of nice to do to people, right? And they're also nice to receive. But if your wife has lost attraction for you, doing love languages only further supplicates you to her, and it causes her to look down on you, which kills attraction. So if you want to change your results in life, you have to change what's up here first. I go into depth in that in my book, Psychology Paradigm. You can get that in the link in my bio. It's also in the description. So going back to my man here who said that he didn't like manipulation, when I probed him further, he said it was disrespectful to his wife. Guys, when we get married, we have certain expectations, don't we? You protect and provide. She gives you sex and children. Seems like a fair trade. Most of you are upholding your end of the bargain. Don't you find it disrespectful that she doesn't have to uphold her end of the bargain? You know, a funny thing when it comes to women wanting to feel respected is they don't want to feel respected by a guy that they're attracted to. They want to be dominated by a guy that they're attracted to. Don't believe me? Just watch these 2 videos.
So hot.
Oh.
Trevor.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am.
I'm sorry. I respect you so much.
Don't respect me.
I want this man to do gross, disrespectful, unspeakable, borderline illegal things to me. I want us to be done and him not be able to look at me after, not be able to talk to me after.
If you want different results in your relationship, you have to change your paradigm when it comes to this sort of thing with your wife. Why? Because women actually reward the men who manipulate them the best with sex. We could probably throw out the word manipulation at this point, because what are we really talking about here? Game, right? Well, what is game? It's basically learned charisma. What if I were to tell you that your wife wants you to run game on her? And the reason why she doesn't want to have sex with you is because you're not running game on her. She wants to be seduced. She wants to feel desired. It's all a game. Now, the thing is, when men try to run blue pill type game, flowers, chocolates, date nights, chore play, doing the dishes more, that kind of nonsense, it actually turns her off more because of women's hypergamous nature. She needs to see you as above her in some way in order to feel attracted to you. But if you're supplicating to her by putting her on a pedestal, giving her flowers, chocolates, doing all the chores that she asks you to do because you want to be a good boy, you want to be a good husband, that actually turns her off more. It's the opposite of game. It's the opposite of game because when you have her up on a pedestal, she's looking down on you and she can't respect a man that she's looking down on, and women can't love a man they don't respect. Speaking of Facebook, another guy actually shared one of my videos and tagged his wife. So he shared the video to his own timeline and then tagged his wife in it. Guys, that's the opposite of game too. Here's the thing. Women want to play a game. They don't want to know they're playing the game. So you guys showing her this stuff, asking for permission to start doing this stuff, it's the opposite of running a game. Why? It's because it's the observer effect. When women observe the process, it changes the process. It's one of the reasons why when women watch red pill content, they hate it. Because it exposes the game and they look at it like it's manipulation. But when you run game properly, she is intrigued. She wants to figure you out. You become a mystery again. The more she has to figure you out, the more invested she gets. And you're not doing anything wrong. Now, I know a lot of my videos about the passive dread blueprint comes across like dark psychology, but really it's self-improvement. That's what passive dread is. It's self-improvement. But the thing is you're not talking to your wife about it. And so you're off doing all these things. You're slimming down. You're dressing better. You're smelling better. She's filling in the blanks in her head. You're not doing anything wrong. It's really not manipulation at all. But the thing is that you become more of an attractive guy and she starts desiring you again. And so by playing the game, you may actually save your marriage. And at the end of the day, isn't that a win for you both? Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have an aversion to the word manipulation? If so, let me know why you hate the word manipulation. Let me know in the comments, okay? Other than that, that's all I got for this video. Do be sure to like, subscribe, hit those notifications, and I will see you on the live stream tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.